Hey, what is up guys? This is Jamie from Model Kit Central, and today I'm going to be doing another Model Kit unboxing video. And as you can see, I have the Super Robot Wars original generation Kotobukiya Weissritter. And of course, this is the corresponding partner that goes alongside the 1:144 scale Al Tyson that I unboxed a little while ago. And of course I ordered this in the hopes that I would be able to reform Team ATX, and of course that dream is coming a little bit closer as I now have the Weissritter and the Al Tyson. I just now need to get myself a hold of the Grundguss Type 0. However, unfortunately that kit is slightly more expensive than the Al Tyson and the Weissritter, so I'm gonna hold off on that just for a little while, just until I can get the funds to get it and, you know, just have the time, because again, being that it's the new year now, there's a lot more things to do, so yeah. And of course, before I start the unboxing, I just wanted to wish you all a happy new year. It is now the year of 2016, and I hope that the new year and the coming year brings you great things. So, to begin the unboxing, let's take a look at the box itself. So, as you can see on the front of the box, we have the box art, and it's very nice looking, very retro, as the Weissritter is pointing a gun at you. Of course, at the top, it's got the name of the kit, the Weissritter, and obviously Weissritter is a German word. What it means, I don't really know. You're going to have to do a little bit of research on your own for that one, but a simple Google search will probably tell you. It's a 1:144 scale full action plastic kit, is what it says at the top there. PTX-007-03C, which is the code number for this machine. The original generation's logo here. Banpresto of 2006, the sticker, SRWOG, which is the authentication that this is an authentic kit. So this is not a third-party released kit or anything like that, so it's not fake. And that it is licensed, so people know. And then lowering the camera just a little, you can see that it says SRG-S-009, which is the SRGS is actually the line of kits that this comes from. And then 009 is the is what number it is in the line, so it is the 9th model of the line. And then it's illustrated by Kaide Yuji. So this illustration at the front, the illustration of the Weissritter, was illustrated by Kaide Yuji. And of course you got the Kotobukiya logo down there, of course, because they made this kit. So, taking a look at the side of the box real quick, you got some action shots of this from the front view, the rear view, the use of the beam saber that it has, and then this is the unpainted shot of the model. And as you can see, this is unpainted, and there are no stickers with Kotobukiya kits. It is very, very, very nice in terms of detail. There's very little it's actually missing from the actual painted version. There's very little detail that needs to be added. Of course, painting would definitely do this kit some justice. However, if you're just a straight builder just like I am, then I'm very satisfied with the amount of detail that the Weissritter itself has. And then of course you've just got some information in regards to the ATX team, and then I believe it's just some information on the Weissritter itself. On the side here, you've got SRG-S-009, Super Robot Wars original generation. You got all of those details that were on the front cover of the box. And then, of course, you've got Kotobukiya's logo there. And then it also tells you how much this kit retails for and the item number. So it's KP15 and it retails for 3,000 yen. So it is quite expensive for a 1:144 scale. It really is. SRG-S-009, all of that stuff again, and then just some warning hazards, and then some copyright stuff that's on this side, and then you got the barcode, and then you got the price again, which is 3,000 yen. And instead of being made in Japan, just like the Al Tyson, it's made in China. So yeah. And then of course on this side, this is pretty much the same as the other side, so there's not really much to talk about there. And of course on the back of the box there is nothing. So yeah, pretty much that's it for the box. So let's just take a look at the contents, because of course, being that this is a 1/144 scale, this kit couldn't possibly have as many trees as, you know, a Master Grade could it? Well, I will say the whole box is completely covered in parts. Yeah, you've got just mountains and mountains of parts here. I wouldn't say mountains and mountains, but a full mountain of parts, if that makes sense. So, of course, you have the manual at the top. We'll go over that last because there's not really much to mention there. It's just a manual. But we'll mention some of the parts, obviously, because again, you know, this is what you're coming to look at, what you actually receive with this kit. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of white parts here. Very nice looking. Looks very Bandai-ish. Because of course, yeah, with every model kit, they do look Bandai-ish. And yeah, Banpresto of 2006, right there. So yeah, so it is a licensed product. So that's one bag of runners. And there was only one runner in there, so runners is irrelevant. And then you've got some dark blue parts, and you've got some grey parts here. Some parts for the gun from the looks of it, actually. And some internal joint parts as well. And some manipulators. And then for the blue parts, they seem to just be like parts for the legs, parts for like the chest, and so on. Then you've got another bag of blue runners here, identical runners actually, and these are most likely for the shoulders from the looks of it, because it's got layered shoulders, so I think this is probably for the actual shoulder armor. And I believe there are some parts for the feet as well, I think. Yeah, I think there are some parts for the feet, so that's there as well. Then you've got another bag of runners, and it's again another white runner. White runners, sorry. And of course, there's quite a lot of it. Some wing parts as well. These are probably for the backpack. And there are some parts for like the legs and the shoulders. And of course, these are identical runners. So yeah, just move these over, because again, these are probably going to get in the way eventually. Let's get the next bag, which only has one runner in it, but most of these parts here are mainly for like the skirt armor, the top of the legs, the torso, some wing parts again from what I can tell, skirt armor, and then yeah, so there's a wide array of parts here. So yep, and then next tree, or next bag rather, next bag of runners, we have some more joint parts here. Got a lot of joint parts actually. These are probably most of the joint parts on this kit actually, from the looks of it. All grey. All grey. Very nice. I mean, it'd be weird if it had different colour joints. Then you've got some yellow for the detailings and such. So, Kotobukiya are very well known for putting colour separation in. It's one of their main priorities of their kits. So that's a really good thing on them, really. Then you've got the red parts for the kit, which I believe one part is for the chest, and then the other part is for the backpack. And then you get the two beam sabers, which actually, you know what? The beam saber effect parts don't look too bad. They look very Bandai-ish. Yeah, very good actually, very good. I've seen some knockoff beam sabers before, and they're really bad because they're really foggy. But that one didn't seem too bad actually, very clear, which is kind of good. You get some polycaps, because this is 1/144 scale, so you clearly need polycaps for this kit. So that's granted. So there are two runners of these here. And then we have the last bag, I believe. Yes, last bag, which contains the orange runner and another yellow runner with more yellow parts, which I believe most of these parts now are for like the frosted detailings and such. And then the orange parts, I believe, are also for the same reason. So yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot of small parts with this kit. And this is supposedly a 1:144 scale, but you mustn't forget, this is Kotobukiya rather than being Bandai. Bandai are very simple. They don't add too much color separation with their high-grade kits, for that matter. So it's not like, you know, Kotobukiya are going to follow the same route. So obviously, that's why these kits are normally more expensive, because these kits have so much more done to them, and you also get pre-painted parts as well. So that's also another reason why they are much more expensive. So let's just take a quick look at the manual. As you can see, we have a painted shot of the model at on the actual cover of the manual. It looks pretty nice painted up, really. And of course, it's got all the necessary details on the front to let you know that this is the Weissritter, and it's got some copyright stuff as well. And yeah, just the generic details that you're pretty much used to by now. And then once you open up the booklet, it's the color splash page straight away. Tells you about the pilot, some line art of the actual the suit itself, the actual illustration of the Weissritter from the video game and the TV anime series. And then you've got an action shot up there, and then you've got a color guide down the side here. And then once you open it up, you pretty much just got the full construction of what you've got to do with the Weissritter, pretty much. So yeah, it's pretty standard stuff. There isn't really much more to say about this. There is, of course, the parts list, so the runner list, so basically you can check over to make sure that all the runners that you're being provided are all here, and then just some like, you know, stuff to let you know what each of these symbols mean on each step, so you don't get confused. And of course, if you do, say, lose a tree or something, you can send this in for replacements, but I believe this is only exclusive to Japan. You can't use this anywhere else, unfortunately. So that is a downside, unfortunately, but you can't really do much about that. And then on the back, we've just got more stuff. This is probably going over the different features of the Weissritter. So each of, like, you know, the details. So like, it talks about the wings, the side of the horns, and then this specific weapon on its left arm. And then it just talks a little bit about, like, the backpack, and then it just shows you some more features. There's a front shot and a rear shot of it again, and then obviously it shows you with the Weissritter wielding the beam saber. So yeah, overall, I like this. It's looking very good. Eventually, I want to do the review for this once I've gotten it built, but again, it just depends how much time I have to do it. So hopefully, once I get this kit built, I will do a review, and I'll let you guys know whether this kit is good and whether it's worth picking up. If you guys are fans of Super Robot Wars and have been debating on picking up a Kotobukiya kit, I would definitely recommend it. And you know, my opinion on that is that these kits are the only way that you're gonna get a actual, like, full buildable model of this specific unit. If you're a modeler like me, then this is the only way to get it, unfortunately. However, if you're not too, you know, afraid of, like, you know, action figures and stuff, and you just want merchandising from Super Robot Wars themselves, then the actual figures themselves aren't too bad either. Like, I have seen some of the action figures for the old Tyson. I have seen the action figure for the Weissritter. They're not too bad either. I think, like, the only thing I have to complain about is probably the proportions, but other than that, everything else is perfectly fine. Anyways, enough of my blabbering on. I'm just going to end the video here, and then eventually I'll get this built up, and then I'll do a review for it. So hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that. So keep your eyes open for that, guys. So anyways, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. So this is Jamie from Model Kit Central, signing out.